This is the beginning of the second campaign in a game that's been running for 4 years at this point. The first campaign took place in a dark medieval setting called the Ravenlands. This is a setting for the game Forbidden Lands by Free League. So I put a lot of initial work into adding my own personal touches to the setting, and our game began in 2020 with a group of 7 to 8 players. It was an open world West Marches style campaign that kind of shifted over time, so I had big plans for the game and decided to situate the Ravenlands setting within a much larger world that I'd been crafting for the last 12 years. My plan was that eventually the players would get the opportunity to leave the Ravenlands and explore the larger setting. That larger setting is happening now in the present campaign. That's what's happening in this campaign, which I'm calling The Myth. So, rewinding a bit to the Ravenlands as some context for what you're listening to now. The binding story element back in the Ravenlands for all the player characters was that they had been drawn to a small village called the Hollows by a prophetic dream. A dream that a young girl named Mariah with yellow eyes had been born of the god Raven and was fated to free the cursed Ravenlands of evil. They met her and developed a strong faith in her goodness and the vitality of her mission. So the main players in the game and the characters in this game were Alyssum, an elven stone mage played by Hallie, Solga, a goblin alchemist, played by Rachel. Jason, a jolly trader who turned quite grim by the campaign's end, played by Matt. Fenrir was a wolfkin thief, played by Oliver. Vikessa was a silver-tongued half-merchant, played by Sam. Grogu was a goblin wolf rider, played by Patrick. Cavill was a friendly yet bloodthirsty knight, a brother also to Vikessa. Both characters were played by Sam. And the final character was V, a humble thief who, by the campaign's end, was running several villages and leading an army, played by Brad. So as the campaign first began to develop, the big bad evil guy revealed his plans to open a portal to the demonic world of Chermog and flood the Ravenlands with demons. At that time, the girl prophet Mariah also revealed to the characters a little bit more about her nature and mission, which is backstory, sort of hinting at the larger setting the Ravenlands is situated in. So she told them, long, long ago, all kin lived together in an ancient kingdom. They were so powerful they created a god we called Chermog. Chermog was created to be just like them, but with greater power. But Chermog inherited man's delusions and fears, and so became corrupt with the power, and he began to devour their kingdom entirely. It was Raven's idea to create a safe haven with the other gods to guide all the kin to safety against Chermog's devouring, and so the Ravenlands, this world, was created, a safe island within the sea of Chermog. Outside of this world, in the old world, outside of Chermog, a great battle raged between Chermog and the gods. The gods won an incomplete victory, and Chermog isolated himself, becoming a fortress against all outside attack, and he jealously hoarded the pieces of creation that he had already devoured, including this island of safety, the pearl that is our world. I am from the world beyond Chermog. I don't know my true nature, but it is beyond even the gods. I've come to destroy Chermog and to free the Ravenlands. This is the only hope of peace within the Ravenlands. This world's isolation, it dooms us to ignorance and suffering and eventual extinction, but when I entered Chermog, I lost much of my power, and I was shattered into many sisters. I don't know how many sisters, but I do know that I am alone here within the Ravenlands. My next sister, who I must unite with, is out in the prison of Chermog itself. She is trapped there. She's alone, and I cannot find her without your help. So at the end of the campaign, the party faced an open portal to the hellish world of Chermog. They could follow Mariah into the portal, closing it forever, or they could stay behind and continue adventures in the Ravenlands. Grogu, Cavill, and V, that's the goblin, the knight, and the thief, they all decided to stay behind. And so the players who entered the portal and are currently in this campaign ahead, that is Alyssum, played by Hallie. She's the elven stone mage. Solga, the goblin alchemist, played by Rachel. Jason, the grim trader, played by Matt. Fenrir, the wolfkin thief, played by Oliver. And Vikessa, the silver-tongued half-elf merchant, played by Sam. Later in this session, we'll be introduced to a new character named Vincent, who will be played by Patrick. This first session begins with a recap of the party's journey through the hellish flesh world of Chermog. You've been in Chermog for 4.5 hours, but it feels like weeks, doesn't it?
Months even.
Yeah. So where you are right now, let me summarize what's happened so far. In the first hour of entering Chermog, you made your way through the across the dried lake bed once the portal closed, through this giant mob of demons who were apparently too terrified of Mariah's presence to attack most of them. Some of the particularly stupider ones did anyway. And yeah, you made your way across that lake and decided to head towards the hills to your left, and made your way up there, up the fleshy landscape. You've discovered at that point like the sun bursting through the clouds, and that's where you first encountered that, like a little island of healing light coming from some light source above the black bruised clouds that are the sky. That's the sky of Chermog. And in that little island, you discovered your bodies, your skin all returning to the way that you remember it, and and Mariah looked at the light at that, and she entered a trance, and you heard her like speaking some sort of poetry or some sort of chant or something like that. And she was like chanting quietly to herself or up to the light source. She was saying, "I'm neither breather nor speaker, neither walker nor sleeper. I'm neither sister, brother, son, or daughter. Beating in my chest is my heart, a drum of water. I am under no disguise. I'm under no disguise." And she was repeating that over and over again. You asked her what that was about. She was dazed, but she said, "That's just what I was." She was inspired in that moment, and she was referring to the light up there as "He is here, he's here." And you guys continued on, and you noticed like Mariah's mental state started to decline. When you found a forest, you found a tunnel. You started going into the tunnel and decided to go back to and that's when you met that demon that was offering trade for suffering juice, apparently. And you made your way back to the forest to collect some of this juice, and you found some. Jason was attacked by some kind of parasite thing, and then later on you found another island of light, removed the parasite. Yeah, by this time Mariah's mental confusion was starting to become obvious. Her speech was slowing and stuff like that. And so after you came back from the forest with the suffering juice. And by that time, Mariah was basically calm. You reached the trader again, made some trades, and asked him to bring you to ask that. Mariah had indicated that to the far end of Chermog was their destination. It looked from the distance like some kind of Chermog is apparently a bowl shaped. It's like the inside of a stomach or something, and there's a kind of uphill on the wall of this massive chamber that is Chermog. There was beyond some sort of smoke spewing citadels was a looked like a silver line, a silver tower rising up and piercing the walls, piercing the ceiling of Chermog. And Mariah was indicating that's the goal to get there. And so you asked this trader to take you there, and in exchange for suffering juice, and you found he led you through the tunnels to a slippery chamber with a heart in it and a what he called a train, which was not whatever the fuck a train is. This was didn't look like any kind of wagon train you've seen. It was a big centipede monster that you and some Mogmen crawled inside after Solga heroically jumped on its face and activated the freed the creature to run down its tunnel. And you took the centipede train down to a furnace-like citadel, something that seems to be like a place looks like it's built by a mad dwarf kingdom, just metal made of iron and pipes and machinery, animated by who knows what, and spewing fire, and you made your way through that to the promenade beyond this furnace-like citadel. Your guide, he ended up, or we last ended the session at a place that was the beginning of a bridge. There's this flesh and bone like archway over the entrance to this promenade, this wide walkway that is smooth and straight, heading with a slightly upward angle, heading straight towards, in the distance, a silver tower. And to either side of this promenade, there's a drop off that descends down into a extremely craggy and obviously inhospitable surrounding environment. And this walkway rises above all of that, and heads straight towards what looks like about an hour's walk away along this promenade, this citadel, which an hour's walk away, you'd be able to make out the very basic shape of the base of this tower. The silver tower is very thin, but at the base of it, from a distance, it looks like the base of it is some sort of big glowing skull, and as if that's entering the mouth of this glowing skull would be how you would enter this tower. Your host, let me see, I don't remember his name. It was something.
Merchant?
Yeah, the merchant. Your guide. It was something like Smorgle. It was something really stupid.
He's gone anyway.
Yeah, I think he got pissed off and he left. I think I remember that too.
He was trying to hustle us for more juice, and then I was like, "No, here's the juice you want. Here's the juice we promised you." And then he was like, "Fuck you," and then I said, "Fuck you," and then he walked away.
Yeah. Okay, that sounds familiar. Yeah, so you are all standing here at the entryway to this promenade, the archway structure. It looks like it's made out of bone that is like grown into place here in some sort of strange pattern. But the promenade.
I love organic, locally grown bone hoarders.
Yeah, it's exactly what this is. So there are, in areas of the promenade, there's areas that are like roofed that have coverings, but for the most part, it is open to the elements. just by elements, I just mean it's open and the fetid wind blows.
It's
Yeah.
more like it's gaping.
Yes. That's an appropriate adjective for this place. Yeah, everything around here is gaping and weeping. So, yeah, you are all skinless and
Oh, yeah, I used my flashback to make a cloak or whatever.
yeah.
A poncho?
Okay.
So I'm wearing that weird leopard skin or whatever.
Hold on 1 second. Can you describe that again? Oh, it was a zebra. It was a zebra demon.
Yeah, I just cut a hole in the middle of it so I could wear like a tabard or whatever. And then I cut a small strip of it to wrap around the stinger for something to hold on to. I don't know if you want me to roll a crafting for that.
No, that's fine.
So I have,
Actually,
like,
yes. In order to, because yeah, I would say your crafting roll will determine how well of a, if it gives you the bonus of like a regular weapon.
Mm.
So sure, give me a crafting roll.
You want me to take a crack at it? We got to be good for something.
If you want to, only because my wits is damaged, but
I probably have the best crafting out of everybody here. So let me try to.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, let me try to make you a little daggery boy.
I guess while we're describing what our characters are wearing, Jason is wearing a carapace breastplate.
Oh yeah, that's right.
He's got one weak limb club and one sturdy limb club.
Mm-hmm.
And he's also got a bottle of half-used demon repellent.
For some reason, the carapace breastplate has fantasy armor nipples on it. Like Batman Forever.
Thinking the same reference. Oh, that was 2 successes.
Okay, so I would give that then a +2 with 1 damage.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Okay, so yeah, I think Soleil is carrying as comatose body. Oh yeah, and Mariah, at one point she woke up briefly, or somebody did telepathy. No, you can't do magic here. You didn't do anything. So yeah, she woke up briefly, and I think Alyssum asked her what's going on.
Oh yeah, we meditated together, and that made her a little more lucid. And she told me like that she needs to go to sleep to not be detected by Chermog.
Yeah. Yep. Are you all ready to?
Yeah, I think Solga has no armor and is carrying a femur.
Just to be clear, so there's a promenade and there's an arch.
There's an archway leading that's just the entry to this hour-long promenade walk to the tower. You could turn back behind. If you turn around, behind you directly is a giant like citadel that is this nightmarish citadel, and from either side there are these men made out of Moog, who are like walking in these long lines, marching towards the citadel, and they just jump into fiery holes and be incinerated. And there's above, and like I'm running through the furnace citadel looks like raised 2 levels of raised. They look like very large minecart tracks, and as you look, you can see these huge vehicles of some kind, these huge carriages that are huffing and like spewing steam, just rolling down these tracks, heading from on the like upper track. They're heading from the right to the left, and on the lower track, it's like closer to the ground. They're heading from the left to the right, and they appear to have these big giant carriages that on the upper track they are full of some. They seem to be. You can see a bunch of, hard to tell what is in it, but a pile of things in them going from the right to the left, from some big citadel way off to the right to some other big citadel way off to the left. And on the lower track, they're heading from the far left citadel to the far right citadel, empty. So there's these giant, they look like just autonomous giant mine carts spewing steam and rumbling across the tracks. And yeah, and you're like, when you glance back, you're looking down over the rest of Chermog, you can see the horrid landscape, these promenades that look like teeth jutting out of gum, a river of yellow steam fluid winding down to the dry lake bed that you emerged from, that you came from. And at that, looking in that direction, you can see essentially in the center of this huge bowl that is Chermog. You can't see all of that, or like you can't see around the bowl because the air is just too thick, fades out. But you can just make out in the center, at the lowest point of this bowl, is where you came from. It appears to be, from this distance, just a big red pustule jutting out of the floor of Chermog. And you can see that it curves around like it's like a big wall and it's round. And that's the Ravenland. That's where you came from. That's the Ravenlands. In there somehow. And
Oh, I see. I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
This thing's huge, this pustule.
No, it's not.
Tiny.
So this entire chamber, from like where you're standing to this pustule, is about 10 kilometers. And the whole thing, like estimating like the whole size of this whole bowl, Chermog itself, maybe 20 or 30 kilometers.
The Ravenlands are bigger on the inside.
That's what it looks like.
So you were saying that these Mogmen are jumping into the furnace at the Citadel, like burning up?
Yeah, they're just walking in long lines, marching from. There's a giant facility to the right and a giant facility to the left. And this is you turning away, mind you, turning away from the promenade, away from the Silver Tower, looking back from where you came. There's these lines of Mogmen. They've been marching. They marched through the landscape, just front to back, and they are marching. And when they reach this fiery citadel that like you just walked through, they appear to be marching to just these holes in the ground, these like hot-looking holes, and just jumping in. But you can see their bodies just burned to little crisps before they even
hot-looking holes in your area.
We need to get ready to fight. It seems like Mariah's powers are growing weaker. We come across more demons that could be hostile.
Yeah. Okay, if I had to estimate how long of a walk it is from where we are to the tower.
An hour.
And we can see a lot of this whole basin thing from where we're at.
Yeah, there's a few big areas that you can't see from here, like the forest and the center of that area in between, but you can see, beyond that.
And is there and the walk to the tower is just straight shot along the promenade?
Yeah.
Okay. And are there any like shafts of light along that way?
So the shafts of light that you encounter they're fleeting and unpredictable. Like sometimes actually look in the distance, you'd see one like very far away, like kilometers away. You can't really predict when and where you will encounter.
Okay. So it's possible that one could appear on our walk, but probably not. Okay.
Especially since if you're walking on a promenade that's just a straight shot, like in a big open environment, like if one appears in a random direction, you could find your way to it.
Yeah.
But on a promenade, like you'd have to be very lucky for it to appear where you can reach it.
Yeah.
Soleil doesn't want to dally around here. She wants to get Mariah to the tower.
Yeah.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
I tend to agree because I think it's dangerous for her to be here. I think it'll be dangerous until she's reunited with her other part.
Anybody else?
Is there a way that we could ride the carts over to the tower? Like if we stole a cart?
So these carts are very big. They look like the size of a whole building. They look like the size of the Dead Man's Hand Tavern. They're very big and they're on tracks. That you don't know if there's any way. Like there's a track that's lifted up like a bridge that runs from the right to the left, and there's a track that's near at ground level. You don't know if they're like steerable. If they're anything like mine carts, they just go along the track and you can't turn them off of the track. But who knows? What are Chermog giant steam carts like?
All right, well, maybe we'll just walk. I don't know. Seems like there's a lot going on here, but maybe it's not important.
I think it's just very alien. I don't think we're going to find much of any rhyme or reason to this. I don't think we're going to be seizing the means of production here.
Okay.
It seems like they're I don't know. They're like some kind of worker drone, right? Because they collect and process the suffering juice, and then they get destroyed.
Whatever it is, it's not right. I feel like this place is corrupt and evil, and anything we can do to throw off the balance will probably help us.
Yeah, this
Uh,
place sucks.
Yeah, for sure. We are quite literally in hell.
I think that we should do what we came here to do, and then maybe think about that after.
Fair enough.
I guess I'm not sure if doing one doesn't help us with the other. But yeah, we can just go to the tower.
I'm willing to hear suggestions. Personally, I want my skin back.
What do you think? You're having a good time being a skinless freak.
I guess, what if there are like weapons in the citadel or anything useful?
Loot him.
We could try and wake up Mariah to ask her opinion, but it might be too close. It might be too dangerous for her to wake up.
Don't let her sleep. Let her sleep.
I think we already possess what we've seen as the height of martial technology here.
Yeah, we're
Alright.
like limbs and carapaces and things. Yeah.
Alright, Jason's gonna start walking towards the tower.
Okay. Are you like guiding your Moog man along?
Mr. Mogman's coming.
Okay.
We'll call him M for short.
Eminem?
Yeah,
Mr. Magoo.
Marshall Mathers.
Is that what Eminem stands for? Jesus.
Yeah.
Wow. How did I fucking not know that? Anyway.
Because he sucks.
Yeah. No. I suck. Eminem
that
doesn't suck. I suck. Okay, anyway. So the rest of you continue after. Everybody give me a scouting roll. And Matt, you can include Jason's sixth sense in there.
One success.
You have been walking along the promenade for about 15 minutes, and you've entered an area that is covered. Yeah, there's like dangling red bits of Moog hanging from the ceiling of this covered area. And very suddenly, a portion of the ceiling kind of just slides off and lands on Soleil's shoulders. Let's see. And it bites. It starts to... Soleil throws one of her arms up and it tries to bite at her. It looks like this gray, like segmented snake thing with a really long proboscis. It looks very similar to what burrowed into Jason's body earlier, and it's trying to get into Soleil, but it did.
Oh no.
We try to grab it and yank it out.
Yeah, actually, okay. Soleil fails to ward it off, and she like screeches, and it starts to twist and wrap itself around her torso and biting into her neck, and she drops to her knees and drops Mariah and tries to wrench it off, but every time she tries to wrench it off, she like screams more.
Can those of us that got some success on our scouting roll help?
Sure, yeah. Give me let's see. You could try to wrench it off before it gets too deep. So with a might roll, for those of you who did get one success and Jason got 2 successes, he could maybe get a +2.
I get a
Plus
+2. I didn't get
Oh,
it.
God. Oh, push it, man. Oh my
Do you
god.
think I should push it? These things aren't a big deal. I've been God.
This one might be different though. Oh god, but yeah,
You
like,
want me to- I got one
damage,
vein, so
though.
if I push it, then I'm gonna take.
oh yeah, that's true. It sucks. Oh god, do I do it? Should I push it? I could break myself. That would be bad. I'm doing it. 1 success.
You got this.
Holy shit! Awesome.
Okay. All right, that's not enough.
Ah,
All right, I'm gonna push it. Should I do it?
do it. Do it. Shit.
Oh, 2 pain.
Okay, damaged. Okay, yeah, the thing lashes out at you, Jason, and slashes you across the face. And you can feel blood pouring from your cheek. Like, Soleil collects herself. The thing stops writhing as it's burrowed into the front of her neck. And she starts to, like, kind of cough, and she starts to spit up some, like, fluid that it looks like this thing is injecting into her throat, and she's spitting up this like fluid, and the fluid lands on the promenade, the ground, and starts to kind of eat through the surface of the ground.
Dude, this is bad.
Or it's good.
But it
She has
doesn't appear.
She's cool acids.
She doesn't appear to be hurt by the fluid though. It's like she's coughing up. She coughs up some bile, and that bile like eats away. And she looks at it in horror, and she looks at you guys, and then she looks back at the ground and coughs again, like intentionally this time, and spits this greenish yellow shit onto the ground, and it starts to eat at the material.
Maybe this will be useful.
True, could be a good weapon.
Poison spit. Can anyone heal me?
Yeah. Oh wait, like magically?
Can't do magic
No.
here.
I need someone to roll healing.
Okay. Mine's 6. Is anyone else's higher?
No, you're the best.
Alright. That's me.
Make sure you give yourself willpower, although I don't know what it can do here.
Yeah, I gave myself 2 willpower.
That's 3
Oh, yeah.
successes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice. Creature talked about there's going to be some way for magic users to use their skills here, but I don't know what it is, how it would work.
So Soleil stands up and she like feels this snake thing like latched onto her throat, and she says, oh. She's like, "I'll be all right. I'll be all right. We have to continue."
We'll get this thing out of you soon. But yeah, let's keep moving.
I appreciate how intense you are.
Who are you talking to?
Soleil.
Okay. How intense?
Yeah, it's just like ready to go. Even though this
Yeah.
bad thing happened to you, you're taking it really well. It's good.
She says, she looks at you and she says, "I don't care if I die, as long as Mariah." And
That's
the
what I like about you is
mission-
you're a zealot.
She
Okay.
says,
Alright,
I'm no zealot. I'm sensible. Okay, you continue on down the promenade, and about 15 minutes later, you're like in a clear area. You see a something crawl up from like the bottom of the from like the railing of this promenade. It looks like a giant like lizard, like the shadow of a lizard. Big lizard, just it's like a full body just made out of shadow almost. It climbs up and just sits there in the middle of the promenade in your way, approaching it as you approach.
Oh, as we're walking, like when there's moments where there's nothing going on, Alyssum's gonna try and communicate with the Moog Man through gestures, try and suss out how much communication he can do.
Okay, it pretty much just like, I mean, what kind of gestures?
Gosh, I don't know.
All right, so just in general, if you're like, seeing what it's capable of doing, it's not much. You can point at things and it will look at what you're pointing at. And if you do anything much more complex than that, it tilts its head and just keeps walking, or sometimes stops and appears to think or not. But if you like,
he's thinking.
without like gestures, and if you like tell it to do stuff, pretty
Okay. I'm trying to think of what types of things would be useful, but I don't want to derail this whole thing. Also, I have to pee. I will be right
Okay.
back.
Okay, how far away? So you're like 50 meters away from.
How far can I shout at it?
You can shout at it from from this distance.
All right, Jason's gonna be like,
Technically, if you get a -1 if it's over from any manipulation roll.
all right, I'm gonna get. Okay, so 20 meters, huh? Jason will just be like, "Ho, lizard, what do you want?"
It doesn't move. It just sits there.
I guess we're gonna have to fight this thing. Are you guys?
How big? You said it's like person sized, right? Like human sized?
Well, bigger than person sized.
Okay.
Jason holds out his big limb and his little weak limb. His 2 little hammers.
Okay,
Clubs.
you guys approach it.
He's
Maybe
gonna
we
get
can
to 20. He's gonna get to 20 meters away, and he's gonna shout at it to stand down.
What was
Okay.
Sam saying?
Maybe we could just walk around it.
The promenade's not very wide. You'd have to get pretty close to it to walk around it. But maybe. Okay, as you approach, it runs away. As you get within 20 meters, it scurries off over the ledge again and vanishes.
Jason would prep everyone for a sneak attack and say, "All right, let's go." But this guy might show back up again.
That's
Okay.
we can.
I'm back.
All right. Hallie, what happened? The players approached that shadow lizard thing and it just ran away.
Okay.
You continue walking for a little bit. It looks like maybe you're 15 minutes away from the tower, and you're in another covered area. First of all, the tower itself, you are starting to make out its appearance a little bit better, or at least the base of it. Here's what it looks like from a distance. This skull with glowing eyes and some sort of lit infrastructure beneath it. I made that picture small because you're looking at it from far away. By the way, yeah, and it looks the top of the skull is blown out and glowing, some sort of tree-like pattern. But so you're 15 minutes away from this skull, and you're in another like covered area. And
Look out for snakes.
okay, in this area, there's a lot of these. There's like these large, fleshy bulbs growing out of the walls, and these bulbs are filled with purple fluid stacks, and you can see the vaguely bodies inside. They look just like the fluid sacks that you got the suffering juice from the forest.
What happened when we tried to cut someone out last time?
You like a couple demons approached. It's the juice is pretty pungent.
Yeah. Are the people in there fleshless like us?
Say that again.
Are the people in them fleshless like us?
Yeah.
I think maybe these are people that are in the Ravenland? No, because they would be physically inside. Maybe these are dead people? Dude, I don't know.
They are like squirming, and you can hear muffled moaning and screaming from them.
Should we try to cut one out again?
And what happened last time we did?
We got interrupted.
Jason would be willing to get one out of there and try to talk to them.
Okay. Right. Your Moog Man might not like this.
All right, well, you hold on to the Moog Man, and I'll try to get someone out of it.
Okay. I'll try and distract the Moog Man by trying to like point at stuff and say words and like point at myself and say my name and point at him and ask his name.
Okay. Okay, so how are you cutting this open?
Is there anyone in the party who has a knife?
I just made one for Solga made one for Vikessa.
That's more like a stiletto. I think that Fenrir has a knife.
Fenrir, are you there? Oliver.
Yeah, we're all here, Matt. Oh wait.
Oliver says they're pooping, but you can use the knife.
All right, I'll use Fenrir's knife. I'm gonna cut out one of these sufferers.
Okay. All right. So yeah, you slice. Are you trying to preserve the like?
No, I don't. I'm just trying to free someone.
Okay. So you slice it open and the body slides out and it starts to convulse. And it appears to be a woman, and she's skinless and of indeterminate age and just starting to convulse. And the fluid is reeking and it spills across the floor. And the Moog Man that Alyssum is trying to distract immediately hops to it and starts to try to scoop up the fluid, and it's like soaking into his body.
That's it's like a hairball.
And when the Moog Man looks around for a device and goes for Jason, what did you cut this thing with?
Fenrir's knife.
Okay, the Moog Man is trying to take the knife from you.
Hey, come on, no, snap out of it. Jason's gonna just smack at the Moog Man's face like, wake up, you don't need to do this anymore. You're free now.
He doesn't respond. Roll me a might roll. He continues to try to pull it from your grasp. Okay. Yeah, he fails, and yeah, you yank it from his grasp, but he just goes back to he's trying to rip at like the material of the sack, and he's just getting more frantic, trying to gather up the substance.
Damn.
Huh.
Well, this Moogman went crazy. Hopefully we didn't need him.
He
Jason's going to try to talk to the person we freed and be like, hey, are you okay? Just try to relax.
The person is just like convulsing and making choking sounds and is, staring off into space and is not responsive. They appear to be like in, some kind of fit.
Maybe
Or try
Solga
to
can help
heal
with a
them?
healing check. I might turn this music
Yeah.
down.
Can I roll healing?
What about the music? You want me to switch the music?
I like it. It's just very loud right now.
Okay. Yeah, you can turn it down from the loud pod. Your control.
Oh, there. It's better.
So who's doing what?
I think they're healing.
See if I heal her, help her snap out of it.
I look frustrated and bored.
Okay.
Hold on.
I'm
a second.
standing in the back with Soleil, just tapping my foot.
Hold on 1 sec.
Yeah, Soleil also is not involved, just holding Mariah and impatiently looking off to the tower. She is in a similar vibe as Vikessa. Y'all are you're both in the okay, whatever, let's go. vibe together.
Sorry about that. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
you say, perhaps we should be treating this with a little bit more immediacy.
So, Solga, you hold on.
Got nothing.
Yeah, okay. So, what this person is suffering from is more of a horror injury, you would say.
Psychic damage.
So, there's nothing that you can do to heal this. Maybe time would help them. It's if somebody suffers horror damage and becomes broken, and then it's like the best you can do is keep them safe until however many days pass, and they're good. They get better if they do.
Okay.
Although, if they're broken from horror, can't a performance roll?
Yes, you can get their wits points back, but if a critical injury is, say, unresponsive, whatever, that orc girl,
Yeah.
if you remember, then there's not much you can do except
Tell her to cheer up. Maybe go for a walk.
get some exercise.
You should exercise more. It really helps.
Throw her over the side of the promenade. Say, get some exercise.
Just think positive.
We tried smiling more.
You'd be a lot prettier if you smiled at this skinless screaming body on the ground.
By the way, none of you have lips.
We're just like teeth,
Yeah,
no lips. How are we talking?
Or eyelids.
you've been talking like this the whole time. Just
It's pretty cool.
yeah.
It's not a pretty cool place.
You're like,
Even
let's
though-
go save that person.
Even though it won't completely fix them, I'm still gonna try and do a performance and see if it helps them out.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sure that suddenly waking up and then a lipless, fleshless person dancing around.
It doesn't
It's gonna
help.
snap them right out of it.
Oh, she's a musician. She's gonna sing them a song.
Say just
I'm
a
not very good at
song.
it. I actually don't have any
Side.
performance skill.
I'm singing a beautiful thing. Okay, yeah, it doesn't. She's still convulsing and staring off into space and retching.
All right, well, I guess we need to take this person with us now.
Do we?
I just
Well,
go,
you can just leave 'em.
We're gonna just abandon someone here.
She was already here.
We don't have skin.
Listen, she was in her little sack before, and we took her out of her sack, so now she's just laying here ready to get preyed on. So yes, I do think we need to take her with us.
Jason will just carry her. All right, let's keep going.
Okay.
All right.
The Mogman is not coming. The Mogman is trying to scoop up, to the best of his gosh darn ability, trying to scoop up the juices.
Jason's gonna say, "I'm sorry, Mr. Magoo. I wasn't able to help you, and I guess I gotta help this person." And then he's gonna leave Mr. Magoo behind.
Okay.
So you want to keep going towards the tower?
Yes, you
Yep.
guys continue.
It's pretty spooky.
Yeah,
Everything's
All right.
spooky here.
everything is
Nothing's not spooky right now. This is all terrifying.
okay. So you approach this structure closer, and you come closer and closer to it. And now, let me show you. Looks like close. Yeah, you see the towering over you. The promenade comes to an end in some sort of highly lit girder tower, apparently made out of, you can't tell if it's metal or bone, and full of these steady torches, steady light sources. You can't make out the light sources exactly, but the whole place is lit up, and it's in this kind of giant alcove of flesh surrounding, lit up by this diffuse glow. And up inside the eye holes of this skull is this deeply malevolent glow, and it looks like the top of the skull has burst open into this tree-like structure, as if a brain has been expanded, and it's like the light gently pulses in this heartbeat rhythm way at the top, and you can see out of the kind of bursting out of this the fleshy alcove that's surrounding the base of this tower is a silver like tube that is rising up way up out of this skull, way up into the superstructure of Chermog's wall and ceiling, disappearing out into it. And so as you approach the doorway to this structure, it's a lit doorway, and as you approach, you can see that the walls of this all around you, this building, as you start to enter the doorway, are actually maybe you're not entering the doorway yet, but you can see that as you get close, the walls seem to light up as you get near. When you step back, the walls get dimmer, but when you step close to the walls around you, seem to light up with flickering images almost.
Ring check, everybody. Everybody got their rings on?
Yeah, is this... You think this is Chermog's head? This is actually Chermog's skull.
It's just an effigy of him, but
Consciousness might be in there.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
because this is what we're here for.
All right, what are you all thinking or feeling? Thinking and feeling right now. Let's go like one by one. Alyssum, what are you thinking as your character as you're entering this structure? As you enter it, you can no longer see the whole superstructure. There's like kind of a narrow tunnel that's highly lit, and as you get closer to the walls that look like they're made out of like iron pipework and stuff like that, but they appear to be snaked all across with very thin fibers of, they look like tree-like structures, like mold, like branching patterns of really intricate mold that is lighting up as you approach it, and they're lighting up in these patterns. But yeah, so what in general are you thinking and feeling as you are entering this place?
Alyssum is using her meditation skills to try and just focus on her breath and be in the current moment.
Okay. All right, Alyssum, as you're doing that, you can see that there's a blue, the patterns of the mold works around you are pulsing in this gentle kind of blue hue in time with your breath. Oliver, are you still pooping? Are you able to talk yet?
Oliver said their
Oliver's
stomach
not
feels
there.
very bad and they will return later.
Oh, Oliver's not here. Okay.
You're not supposed to eat it.
Oliver drank the
no.
suffering juice.
Okay, so how about Jason? What are you thinking and feeling?
Yeah, Jason's he's just trying to prepare himself mentally for what's going to happen. He's like thinking you got to stay calm. You got to.
What is he feeling? What is Jason feeling despite himself?
He's feeling really calm. He's like found full Gandalf.
Okay. All right. So yeah, the environment, the filigree around you is also this green, watery, flowy pattern. What about Solga? What's Solga feeling and thinking?
Solga is pretty frightened. This place has no explanation. No what any of this stuff is. Everything's bigger, not well equipped, but he's following Alyssum's lead and trying to focus on meditation, breathing, trying to stay calm, but quite frightened this way herself.
Yeah, Solga, as you're walking through this tunnel, this entryway, you glance at the walls and you can see that there are these like flashing patterns, colored patterns across the moldy filigree or vein work or whatever you're starting to see images actually in it, images of water, and then you see the water turn into blood. You see your face emerge from the blood, screaming and getting dragged back under, and then it turns back into water when you're like feeling calm, but you notice that it is responsive to what you are feeling and thinking at the moment. So that's happening. What about Vanessa or Vakessa? What is going on?
I guess my minor feeling is like somewhere between like admiration and fascination for like the structure, complexity, and implications of the structure and the architecture around. But the main feeling is just like determination, getting to the center of this, getting to the goal.
Okay, so yeah,
that's helping her stay like focused and sharpens everything down to a point.
Okay. Yeah, and in like your moments of like glancing off to the side, you can see the filigree around you is there's these flashing like imagery of eyes like narrowing and fist clenching and like eyes suddenly widening, like a face of awe. You can see like structures appearing in semi-chaotic order, and then the eyes narrow again and and you notice so you all start to notice that the walls around you, the imagery it's apparently directly responding to what you are thinking and feeling.
when I see the eyes squinting, I just get sad because I can't squint my eyes anymore.
Yeah. You all come to this realization as you're entering this corridor that this corridor knows that you're here, and it is watching you, and it is reading, it is listening to you, to your thoughts. Somehow your thoughts are radiating, and the walls are picking this up. And as you move deeper, you can see all these like side corridors that don't make any sense. They're like these kind of vein-like pipes of iron. Like here's the side corridor off to the right. It looks like you could walk down it, but then it just becomes pipes and ends in nothing, or like descends down, or splits into hundreds of little tiny hallways that would be impossible to traverse. But the main walkway up ahead remains open, and it's lit with this yellowy glow. Occasionally you pass these bulbous glass light sources that are like humming, occasionally flickering, and that inside of them they appear to have no kind of fire, but the little tiny brilliant coils of some substance just floating in. And as you walk further, you can see up ahead there's a chamber, and the chamber is the walls are like metal, iron ductwork, and it's lit by this flickering yellow light. And on the far end of it, two silver doors, or a silver doorway, two doors that are like, it's like a double door, right? You know what I mean? The doors themselves are silver. A couple of you, this is suddenly brings back a flash of memory, an old memory. Do any of you remember this?
Over doors.
It's just like that time we meditate.
Yeah.
I've been here before. Thought so.
I think so too.
Let's see.
But what does it mean? It means this is Chermog. This is the seat of Chermog's mind.
So, in addition to those silver doors, between you and those silver doors is that the silver doors are very obvious there, but probably maybe more prominent is the creature that is hunched here between you and the doors. It looks like a being made out of the walls and the floor, and it is made out of these iron pipes, chains, and it is and also the covered in that moldy filigree, that sensitive filigree that lighting up in waves all around it. And it looks like it's in the shape of a being with extremely long legs, long arms, the shape of a man, but he's hunched over, and he's got this extremely large mouth with these long teeth, and he's crouched, and he is in the middle of the floor. His arms are like loose. Once you step in, he just goes, and he starts hitting himself in the face, smashing like pieces of his like body off, and then he raises his arms, and pieces of the walls detach and reattach onto his arms, like replacing parts of his body that he smashed off. And you are seeing like images flash across his body of just like hateful images of like suicide, murder, and just like in staccato flashing all across his body. And he's just hitting on himself and smashing his own body. And
Jason's gonna shout at him and be like, "Hey, there's no need to do that. Come on."
And you hear echoes of voices shouting, "Nothing worth saving. You deserve this. Never good enough. Die. Kill yourself. Die. You hateful fucking thing." Just these horrible words reverberating through this whole place.
Jason's gonna try to manipulate this thing into loving itself. And be
Okay.
like, "Hey, you shouldn't say that about yourself. Come on, you're a good guy.
Okay.
I've seen you. I've been outside." Jason's gonna say he's been outside Chermog and he's seen him, and he knows that he's a good guy.
Give me an initiative roll. So as you like start to form the words, you can see like the images and thoughts and feelings of your words reverberate along like the floor, and kind of as soon as they touch this being, his attention turns to you. Is like this malevolent, awful attention turns to you. As soon as you're like before your words leave your lips, as soon as your thoughts touch this thing, he turns to you aggressively. He lashes out like a long. He kind of spins, and a big collection of pipes swings towards you.
I gotta dodge it, which is a 3. Oh my god, 1 success.
Okay, yeah, you just barely manage to. You fall to the ground, falling out of the way. This like collection of pipes, this is like jutting from his body, swings like above you, and points shouting, "Kill yourself!" What do the rest of you? What do the rest of you do?
I guess if this happens, this means that Jason has also dropped the person who he saved.
Yeah.
I'll try to slip by and go through the doors.
Okay, I will. Yeah, next. So start the next round with Vikessa. Give me a stealth.
Ooh.
Okay, actually, so what are you still feeling and thinking the same stuff when you're doing this?
Yeah. I'm less focused on my environment. I'm more focused on just getting through that door.
Okay. All right.
You want to roll that still?
Actually, no. But you do move like halfway through the room, but you can see that like your thoughts are betraying you. They are like what you're thinking and feeling is traveling along the floor in like the ripples around you, and at least visual representations of it, and are like reaching the feet of this entity before. So just no matter how quietly you're moving, but you do reach halfway to the doors. Solga, what are you doing?
You just take a swing at Jason?
Yes,
Okay. And how far away is it?
it's about 10 meters away. Mind you, okay, it's also very big. It's like a giant. It's and made out of like iron pipes. It's like maybe 5 meters tall.
Okay, in that case, I don't want to fight this thing. I want to try to run past it.
Okay. Okay, so as you do, your thoughts of like fear and hope and stuff, you can see them like rippling out in front of you, and the creature turns to both of you, Vikessa and Solga, and it sees both of you, and it you hear like these in the pipes all around you. You hear these voices like yes, and so it's going to attack Vikessa, and it's also going to attack Solga. Vikessa, it rushes over to you. It thumps over to you, and it tries to basically step on you with its feet, like it's making two separate attacks against you with its feet.
I'll try to dodge out of the way.
All right, so
Fail. I'll push it, and I got nothing, and I got a damage.
one hit, and that is 2 damage. Do you have armor? I think it's armor.
I have the zebra pelt. I don't know what that counts as.
I'll give you that as 1 die armor.
So roll 1.
Yeah, 1.
Wow. No.
Okay. All right, you are broken. You've just been stomped, and let's see. So blunt force. You've broken arm. Yeah, you are. Along with being broken, you now have a critical injury of having a broken arm. All right. So Solga, you are also attacked. This entity swings its big pipe arm at you.
I want to try remain standing.
1 success got through. Do you have armor on? I don't think.
No,
Okay,
I got
so that is 2 strength damage on you. Okay, Alyssum, it's your turn.
Okay. I keep just focusing on my breath and stuff. Is Soleil holding Mariah?
Yeah.
I offer out my arms.
Soleil doesn't give you Mariah.
Okay. I am going to test the waters and see what happens if I go out into the zone with my mind just as blank and calm as possible.
Okay.
I'm just taking in sensory input and just letting things come and go and not focusing on inner thoughts.
And what do you do? So you do notice that in doing so that basically the thoughts and images that are like apparently being detected by the surrounding environment are precisely the surrounding environment. So they aren't really doesn't appear to be responding very much to your presence.
Okay.
I'm back, Dad.
Okay, welcome back.
Welcome back.
I am gonna go back to Soleil and hold out my arms again.
Soleil hands you Mariah.
All right. I'm gonna try and be blank and just take in the environment and head towards the door without particularly focusing on it or
Okay.
just
And
putting one foot in front of the other.
Okay, Jason, what are you doing?
Jason takes this in, and then he's okay. Going full meditation mode, huh? And Jason's gonna go full meditation mode, not think about anything. he's gonna get up and he's gonna start walking towards the door.
Okay, you do that. Certain flickers of hope from an otherwise calm source, and those flickers of hope lick against the feet of this beast, and it notices you. But you're now like close to it. Fenrir, you're back. So what's happening? I don't know if you caught at all what's happening. Okay.
There's a monster? Is that what I'm
Yeah. So
gathering?
do you see the? Yeah. So they've entered the tower essentially. Take a look at the picture in the group chat.
Yeah, the devil
Okay.
guy.
That's the tower.
Right.
Yeah, so you've entered down near the bottom of that picture, the little doorway. You guys have entered that doorway, and you're now deep inside of this structure. And as you walked through the structure, you guys noticed that the walls are covered in these little veins, little veins and stuff like that, that are lighting up as you approach, and they appear to be lighting up in like patterns of imagery and color and stuff like that. And those patterns appear to be directly related to what you are thinking and feeling. And so this structure is watching you. It can see your mind. It can see what you're feeling. It can see what you're thinking. And you've entered a big chamber. On the far end of the chamber are these silver double doors that Jason and maybe Alyssum has seen in their vision of and so they're trying to get it. But between you guys and these doors is this big metal being that is emanating like self-hatred, and the images of like self-hatred and self-destruction are like rippling all across its body, and it's actually like in the process of destroying itself and rebuilding itself from like the walls and the ceiling and the floor. And several players have tried to sneak past it, but your thoughts are being detected by the floor and by the being itself. And so this guardian is lashing out and has already broken Vikessa, has kicked Vikessa against the floor, and
Shit.
has slammed Solga to the ground. And Alyssum has been able to, who is an expert meditator, has managed to clear her mind, and so the surrounding structure doesn't appear to be responding at all to her presence. So she's just carrying Mariah across the floor. But Jason, who's also a very good meditator, is just tried, and even like little flickers of, yeah, this is working, are being detected by this creature who is rippling all across his body is self-loathing and self-hatred. And detecting any kinds of thoughts from you guys, which are all your thoughts are in the order of determination, hope, courage, that kind of thing, is being aggressed upon. So yeah, Jason just tried to meditate and walk across the floor and has just gotten spotted by the creature, and it's your turn. And Soleil has handed Mariah to Alyssum, who is
Right.
walking
Who
across.
walked across. And
almost
wait,
halfway.
okay. And Jason, what rank are you for meditation?
Didn't
Are you
seem
like
to
5?
matter. He had me.
Yeah,
If you
okay.
want to know, he had me roll, so it didn't matter what rank I was.
That's silly and goofy. Got it. Okay. Fenrir is gonna just She's pretty filled with hatreds of herself and loathing, so I don't know. Maybe we can be friends. She is gonna,
Gotta give it a hug.
yeah. Like,
Yeah,
man, I hate myself too. Damn.
We're trauma bonding.
She's probably, and she has her knife back, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Or her sword, whatever it was. Okay, cool. She is going to do a little silly, goofy meditate and try to clear her brain and try to follow after Alyssum slowly.
Okay, give me a wits roll. Did you say you did have, what did you say about your thoughts?
Oh, I was just making a joke that she's usually pretty self-loathing and hateful and filled with rage, so.
Is that true or is that a joke?
No, it's very true.
About Fenrir?
Yeah.
Is that
She's literally always filled with rage.
okay? Is that being like activated right now, or
No, God.
are these thoughts
Well,
that
no, I
that
don't think so.
Fenrir is having? Okay, so give me an insight roll.
Yes, Father.
Father!
Okay. Where's my thing? All right, Fenrir got 1 success. Sorry.
Okay, you can see that your thoughts are moved towards Jason, but you still have some flicker of thoughts that are being detected by this thing. And it turns its like glowing eyes towards the two of you. Soleil
And I'm gonna do
shouts, "Friends, hate yourselves! You're worthless right now! Hate yourselves!" And when she grits her teeth and steps forward, and you can see flashing from her are like, you can see images of a woman like ripping at her throat and like leaping off a cliff. Yeah, coming from Soleil. So, Vikessa, what do you do?
I'm gonna go the opposite, even though you just gave us a really big hint. So it just broke my arm. I've been stopped from my goal. So I'm just gonna let all my rage, anger, and blame and direct it all at this creature. Like all this thing that it's showing us, those are its fault. And the only thing that needs to kill itself is him. Who's this thing? Like I'm
Kill
just
yourself, pussy.
kill yourself. Suicide is badass, dude.
Okay, give me a.
Like I'm seething on the ground.
All right, give me a manipulation +2.
Oh, can I call it a pussy and get a plus from cutting? Wait, what do I have? Sharp tongue.
Sure, you can. Yeah, start calling it, insulting it.
Do it, you coward. I think that just gives me a +1 talents.
Character.
It might be on there. Oh, I get a D8.
Yeah.
Hang on, let me see if I have anything else. Sorry, I haven't played this in a little bit.
All right.
Wow. Fucking get better, pussy.
Oh, now it's working on me. All right, cool. Oh, I got 2.
Okay. All right. It doesn't appear. Its attention is focused on Jason and Fenrir, and doesn't appear to be. You can see those thoughts echoing out and blending seamlessly with the patterns that are like on its own body. And yeah, so it doesn't appear to be reacting to you. Solga, what do you do?
And I roll insight to see if I understand what everyone else is doing.
Do you?
Yeah, you can see is Alyssa walking across peacefully with Mariah, and there's no patterns emanating from her as she walks, but there are from Jason and Fenrir, and the creature's turning its attention on them.
Yes. And right.
And
So
I can tell the thoughts are due to the patterns that are in the the floor and such.
you catch the vibes.
Okay, I want to try to do what Alyssum is doing.
Okay. Give me
Or Soleil's also out there not being bothered, right?
Soleil, you can see Soleil is emitting thoughts of self-loathing and self-destruction.
While Alyssum is emitting nothing.
That's right.
I'm trying to do a little.
Okay. Give me an insight roll.
Okay, checkmate. I have 1 success.
All right. You can see you reach a state of peace, but like there's thoughts of focus, thoughts of success that occasionally like flicker out and lick against this creature's feet. So you're not confident that it's working, but it doesn't turn. Its attention is currently focused on Jason and Fenrir right now. So first, it is going to attack Jason, and
Oh, was that the end of my turn? I was going to see if I could try to run over and grab the cat and start hauling her towards the door. Also.
Okay, yeah, you can do that. Yeah. Okay.
I'll be I'll try to tell her, stop thinking. Don't think anything. Don't feel anything. No thoughts.
Okay, and you can see that emanating from Vicassa, like along the floor, these thoughts of rage, of like blame directed at the creature, that they appear to be like the same kinds of thoughts that this creature is having towards itself, directed at it. And it, like, you essentially can't tell the difference between Vicassa's thoughts and this creature's thoughts right now.
Vicassa's head is a pretty scary place when you get down to it.
Yeah. So, Solga, you're dragging Vicassa towards the door, and you both reach the silver doors. And we'll leave it at that. And the creature is now going to attack Jason with. He's going to stomp twice at Jason.
I got to dodge.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's 2 attacks.
So I got to dodge twice.
Or you can do the full dodge, that is
Hold on.
one roll for both of them at a +2. But
At a minus. Oh yeah, +2. But then okay, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do the full dodge.
yes, you dodge, and then the other strike doesn't hit you anyway. So Jason, you managed to dodge out of the way. Fenrir, the beast, it like starts to stomp at Jason. And it swings its arms at you in like a frenzy of iron pipe claws, and yeah, and this is going to be very difficult to dodge.
All right. I'm gonna still try to dodge it. Wow, look at that.
Okay.
One
You dodge.
success.
All right, you fling yourself to the ground and avoid its like frenzy of iron claws swinging through the air, and that is your turn. So grits her teeth and just walks right past this creature. Walks right up to the silver doors, and as she approaches them, the doors open with a ding, and they just slide, one to each side, slide off into the walls, revealing a small a metal chamber, just a tiny, small cube-shaped room.
An elevator? Oh my god.
That's slightly lit with some flickering light source. So it's Vicassa and Solga. Vicassa can't really move, so Solga, what do you do?
I'm gonna keep holding her along through the doors.
All right, you drag Vicassa into the doorway, and Soleil is standing at the doors, waiting for Alyssum and Mariah to arrive. The monster is focusing on Jason and Fenrir right now. So yeah, it
It must
is.
be because of our smell.
Wait, did I skip Jason's turn?
I wouldn't have been able to do anything anyway.
Did you do that full dodge that was a +2?
Yeah.
Oh,
Can I like get up or?
Oh no. In your turn now, so now it's the monster's turn. It's a new round, and you will be able to react. And it's the monster's turn, and then it's Jason's turn. And monster, Alyssum, Jason, Finn. So yeah, the monster is going to it is going to turn its attention towards the elevator because it opened, and Solga's having like thoughts of yay, and this creature knows it. And yeah,
Having
it
thoughts
turns
of cocaine.
thoughts of yay.
Yay is a word for cocaine. Continue.
Facts.
So Solga, yeah, you drag Vicassa into the elevator, and the creature turns, and it rears back a finger, like a pipework finger, and it tries to jab its finger into the elevator at you in order to pierce you.
I'm gonna dodge that.
Okay, and this is a
Yeah, how big is his finger?
hold on. So I forget. So this is also a stab attack, so no bonuses to dodge. Okay, how big? It's pretty big.
Okay.
This will be difficult to dodge.
All right. I'm going to fling myself to the ground. The big dodge.
Okay.
That's a +2, right?
Yes.
2 success.
Okay. You succeed. It jams his finger into the metal of the floor, and it's now Alyssum's turn.
Okay. I'm gonna do the same thing I've been doing.
Okay. You continue, and you step right past the creature, and it's like finger jamming into the elevator, and you step in, and Jason.
Well, I'm still trying to get it to kill itself. I don't know if that's
Your thoughts are
Or unless I've already succeeded at what I would have.
your thoughts haven't changed. They've been having the effect that they've been having.
Gotcha.
And the creature does occasionally tear at itself and reaches into its structure and rips out pieces that look like it would be fatal, and then more pieces just climb up from the floor and replace what's already been torn away or drop from the ceiling or the walls. So it is in this constant state of self-destruction, and your thoughts appear to have rendered you invisible in any case. It is Jason's turn.
All right, Jason, mine's still blank. Is gonna get up.
Give me another insight roll.
I'm gonna push it.
Do it.
Oh yeah, 2 successes.
Okay, 1 second. Okay, it took me that long just to make that. All right, so you succeed,
Pretty good.
and so Jason, your mind goes blank, and yeah, what are you doing in that case?
Jason stands up and then he just starts walking towards the elevator.
Okay, yeah, you stride right in. Fenrir, what do you do?
All right. She is gonna start thinking just absolute hatred towards herself and wanting to kill herself and just start walking, just absolutely annihilating herself and be like, God, you're so stupid for fucking dodging that dumbass blow. You should have just let him fucking hit you and then you could die already. Vibe.
Yeah.
Classic
Okay.
vibe.
Got a vibe.
Then you start to think about how cool suicide is, and it starts.
No,
No.
please.
Yeah. Okay. So the creature, yeah, you stride right past and enter the elevator, and right now it's pretty much just Solga that is attracting its attention, and Solga with your good vibes, but as you, Fenrir, as you enter the
Poop shoot.
the poop chute, the doors, Soleil steps in, protecting Alyssum and Mariah with her body. And oh, Jason, did you pick up that injured woman that you dropped? The woman that you rescued?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. The 8 of you enter the small metal room, and the door.
Wait, who's not in there?
All of you are in there.
Everyone's in there.
Okay, cool. Got it.
Everyone that's not us.
Closed.
I'm gonna fucking kill myself in here.
Oh,
Do it. Do it, you coward.
One.
that was obviously very emotional.
Okay.
Soul's gonna ask Fenrir if she needs a hug.
Okay, hang on. I need to.
Okay. Soul will give you a big hug.
All right. Blow our minds with this game.
Yeah. Okay. So
Blow my mind, Brian. Blow my mind.
I'm working on it.
Blow me. Blow me.
All right.
Blow me, Brian.
Okay. So the doors close on this in this small room, and then you can feel the floor press up into you. And yeah, what are you guys doing in here? What are you doing? You're laying around panting.
Jason has been totally calm up to this point, but he is freaking out about the elevator. What's going on?
Yeah. Have we ever seen an elevator? I doubt it.
I remember these.
Oh, we have?
A few of you were in the Stone Loom mines, and there was a lift. You've seen.
Oliver was not there.
Oliver wasn't
Say
there.
Oliver.
Oliver wasn't there. Fenrir wasn't there either. But
Yeah,
you have
exactly.
seen lifts, but you have to crank them to.
I'm gonna press all the buttons.
There are no buttons.
I think Alyssum had a pre-Chermog memory during a meditation session where she saw stuff that Hallie assumes was like TVs and elevators and skyscrapers and cars. So maybe she's seen an elevator like this.
It's starting to ring a bell. Yeah. So yeah, you guys are looking around, and as you're doing so, the walls, actually, the metal walls start to ripple and shift a little bit. They were just solid iron, and then they're starting to turn into this grid work of a metal cross-hatched gate surface that you can see through to the other side. In all directions, it looks like just really metal and flesh that's sliding down below you. As you go, it starts to you start passing lights are passing, and then the metal infrastructure all around you, all outside the elevator, drops away, and you're now in this kind of brilliant glowing tree structures all around. You can see just light shooting here everywhere, and and you are
Oh, no, we're going to Burning Man.
faintly all around you are these whispers of self-loathing, and then but it sounds like you are almost like rising above them. They are getting quieter, and it's just turning into it sound like this all like this whispers all around, like coming from this exterior structure. It just starts sounding like chaos, almost like those of you who meditate like notice this is just it sounds like what your mind just does when you start to fall asleep, or when it starts to quiet down, just turns into kind of this fuzz, this chaos of jumbled words and thoughts that don't make any sense, aren't coherent. That's what it's like. It sounds like all around you, and then suddenly it stops, and you are now above the structure of the lower like skull structure, and looking down on Chermog, rising up above it, you can see these facilities down there. You can see the forest, you can see the lake bed, you can see the smoke rising, and then you enter the smoke layer, and it is just black, but only briefly, and then as soon as that began, it's over, and you are flooded with brilliant sunlight, and you are above the smoke level, and suddenly all of your tension drains away. All of the fear, all of like the thoughts of if any of you guys were projecting hatred of some kind, it doesn't matter anymore. It's fine. There's like suddenly this sense of there's no for any of that. You can relax. You're safe. You're held in this light source, and like everything about you it's almost like this light source that you're starting to pass above it, in fact, but it's still shining its light on you. It's almost as if it sees you, and it is specifically like looking at every part of you and saying, in a way, every part of you brilliant and is fundamentally okay. And then it's gone. And then it's gone. You now pass into darkness again.
Okay.
And you can feel, so there's now like lights passing by from above to below, and you can hear this grinding sound and this whispering again. And the whispering is just, it's like close in your ears. It's in your head. It feels like something is reaching its fingers into your brains, and is sifting, and is looking, and is staring, and you all feel this like horrible creeping sensation of something is not just watching you, but has laid its eyes fully upon you. Something in this elevator right now, and you
my
are
eyes right back on.
and you are starting to remember things. I am going to send you each a message. You suddenly knew you have another self. You have a self. You have a memory. You have a life. You have goals, that you are no longer in the Forbidden Lands, Chermog. What is this shit? You are in a place called planet Earth, are in New York City. The year is 2015. You were born here. You were raised here. You're in an elevator. Why? At the same time that this is happening, you haven't lost any memory. Solga, Alyssum, Vikasa, Jason, Fenrir, you haven't lost any of anything. You are now Solga. Your name is Helga Dollywells. You're a chemical engineer. Alyssum, your name is Alice Amaryllis. You teach archaeology at NYU. Jason Vandermeer, you are a private eye, a disgruntled private eye. Vanessa Durst, you were born to your family run a huge real estate company.
How closely
Racket.
related am I to Frentor?
Possibly by a distant relationship. Finley Raylan, you are a thief on the street, escaped from a Cosa Nostra run orphanage that raised you as a burglar. And each other. You don't know how, except you are, as the elevator rises, and you look around at each other. You're no longer empty of skin. You all have human bodies, and you know what New York City is. You know what Earth in 2015 is. These are all of this suddenly just floods into you. So you like find yourselves like leaning against the wall. It's aggressive. This sudden flood of something. It's like telling you, this is what you are. This is what. It's almost a violation. But whatever this is, it hasn't found what you used to be. And you're in a freight elevator rising up from somewhere dangerous. And you're still in danger. I've also linked to you new character sheets. This environment is different from the Ravenlands enough that it's still roughly the same game system, but there are differences. It's a modified version of the games of the Forbidden Lands game system. You have a talent called City Integration. You're all at rank 0. That means all the city skills are at -4. They've been blasted into your brain or remembered. It's increasingly unclear, but they're still like actually carrying them out is still weird for you. So you have penalties until you improve that talent. I will leave it at that, but I will now outline a little bit more of what the hell is you might have been doing here. Why are you in this elevator? But also,
Really quick.
yes,
Sorry.
go ahead. Actually, I'll let you guys ask questions first.
So I guess Jason Vandermeer would first look at his finger and see that the ring is still there.
You cannot see the ring.
Well, it says it's on my sheet.
Oh shit. Okay, actually, yeah.
Other third.
It was mine.
I shouldn't have put that there. Yeah, I did put it on all of your character sheets, but I actually don't. I forgot that I don't want. Erase that from your character sheet.
The other thing that Jason would do is he would look at Mariah and try to see, is she still there?
Mariah's still there, yeah. And she's unconscious, and she is a 10-year-old girl, and she is wearing jeans and a leather jacket, and she's unconscious, and she's wearing a nondescript t-shirt or a sweater with a hoodie. Soleil looks like a strong, scarred woman. She has this like horrible, looks like awful like burns all up her throat. Like it's distressing to look at, these like horrible burn scars, like her entire throat. That's where that
snake.
That's where that was last time you saw her. It looks better than it did because she didn't have any skin and there was a weird snake thing burrowed in her throat. But yeah, and she looks like a rough, muscular woman she has a desert eagle and a tactical knife and a protective vest, handcuffs hanging from her side, from her belt. You all have equipment, guns. You've just failed a heist.
God damn it, a heist. You just did a heist
Holy
and we don't
shit.
remember what it is? Do we remember what the heist is?
You're like struggling to recall, and it is. Oh, also the other woman who you brought in, she looks like a Korean woman. You remember what? Oh, she's a researcher. She was a Korean mob. Something. Was being forced to. We're in New Jersey. She was researching an Apple product, augmented reality glasses called Eyesight, and you are all emerging from some sort of Korean mob facility underneath downtown Jersey City. You were attempting to acquire a piece of. You were trying to acquire one of those headsets, the Eyesight, but your memories of what exactly you were doing here and what happened is a little bit messy. I'm sending you each your recent memories.
Alice, you were supposed to be the getaway driver, right?
No, I'm the hacker.
That's not how I remember.
Can everybody?
Yeah, I've sent everybody your
in the
memories.
chat. Can everybody in the chat write your new names here so I can, since I should know these.
My name is exactly the same. It's Jason Vandermeer.
Sorry, I don't.
I've also decided I have to play this guy as Harry Dubois. I don't know if any of you have played this game.
Oh,
but
most definitely, yeah.
Mhm.
Shaved, weirdly smiling Harry Dubois, or regular?
You look the same. You all, except for those of you who are not human. You look basically how you remember yourself.
I'm
Okay.
tall. And I'm not
Oh.
green.
And
Ears.
Helga's a little bit shorter than an average woman, but you're definitely human. You're taller than you were.
I'm not green.
So
Can't
I have a
hear or
question
see anything.
Solga is such a good name. Though.
about what we remember. Do we remember everything that happened in
Nope.
the Ravenlands and
Oh.
Chermog?
Yes.
We remember all that.
Everything from the Ravenlands, everything from Chermog.
We also remember that we were part of this heist.
Yes.
So we know that we didn't just come from a heist.
Listen, we need to get out of this place, and then we can
This
regroup.
elevator?
This was supposed to lead to the subway. I don't know how we ended up in a freight elevator. It's supposed to be a subway station.
Do you think we should split up, or do you think we could all go back to my apartment? I assume I have an apartment.
You do.
Hell yeah. 1 bedroom, 2 bedroom, studio?
1 bedroom, yeah. And that actually information, if you scroll to the bottom of your character sheets, there is more detail about your character, including, there's a lot of detail about your character. More detailed background, connections that you have, in your income, your lifestyles, enemies. It's like you scroll through your memories and you're like, oh fuck, I have a whole life. I have family. Helga, you have parents. Vanessa, you have you have a brother named Kevin Durst.
Holy shit.
Kevin.
This is wild.
Wait, is there a Dorcas here?
Her name is Dot. Her name is Dot. You have a mom. Yeah.
I'm trying to find it.
Oh
yeah, there we go. Family, Dorothy LaPierre.
It's not as happy as Dorcas' situation. So the elevator grinds to a halt, and you all find yourselves in the freight elevator, and then the door opens up, and you're in a dimly lit underground, like a concrete hallway. It smells of oil, metal, some faint chemical smells, and there's a long, poorly lit corridor leading in 2 directions, to the right and the left. To the left, it looks like a loading dock. Stacks of crates and barrels line the walls, many of them marked with ambiguous corporate logos. There's a large steel door there, very visible at the end. The room feels disused, like an old storage. To the right, it looks like a door that there's just a steel door there. And so, memories, you've narrowly escaped from a heist gone wrong. You were attempting to steal something. It got messy. Alarms are triggered. They're hunting for you, and you're running low on time. Your last chance of escape was here, and you've emerged deep inside of the beneath Jersey City. You can hear voices echoing down from down below the elevator shaft, and you don't have much time to figure out where to go.
Okay.
And yeah, who's following you? A gang? Hired mercenaries? Cops? Korean mob? It's the details, they're frustratingly vague. Yeah.
Okay, so I have a safe house that is likely close to here. Where are we at? Like, where was the heist located?
Okay. You are in Jersey City, so actually I will show you a map. Another
Dope.
thing, there's a player map.
We don't know which fucking way to exit the building, right?
That's true. You know the city, but right now you don't know exactly where you are.
I mean,
Dope.
loading dock is out, but also loading dock might have people.
Oh, other question. Are these burner phone? Wait, what year is it?
2015.
Did you say? Okay, so smartphones are in or out?
In.
They're in. Okay, so we do have maps on our phone.
Yeah, we got
Hell yeah.
GPS.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
So,
But yes, before that, yes, how are we getting out of here? And then we
All
can go to said safe house probably.
So first of all, let me see how. I think I need to invite you guys into this. This is the player's map. It's on.
Oh, unless we have some kind of pre-existing relationship, can I say that people don't know my real name?
They do know your name, but okay, sure. They don't. Yeah, because you don't have a pre-existing relationship. That's another thing. Is part of these memories. It doesn't say how you guys know each other. You don't remember the beginning of this heist. You don't remember
Mhm.
how you learned about this shit and what brought you here. Supposedly, it's just you're here and you fucked up.
Can I say everybody knows me as Vox?
Sure.
Okay, other question actually, because the St. Anthony's table, the safe house that I do know,
Yeah.
that one doesn't say the location. It says that my apartment is located in the South Bronx, but not the.
St. Anthony's
Um,
Table is just a few blocks north of where your apartment is in South Bronx.
Okay, it just says. Oh wait, it just says the Bronx on here.
Okay, yeah. It's actually, if you find your place on the player map, your hood is in the South Bronx.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now that we've got all this, so we're facing one way and we hear folks coming, correct?
Yeah, it sounds like there's voices from down the elevator shaft.
Okay. And then ahead of us, so going away from the elevator,
It's
we
like a
see.
T intersection. Elevator opens at T juncture, or just in the middle of a hallway. One side of the hallway, it leads to a door, and actually you can hear a subway train go past just on the other side of that door. And then that's to your right, and then to your left, it looks like a loading dock, an old disused loading dock, dusty, and a lot of boxes and crates and shit over there.
I say we go to the subway. More people.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, let's do it.
Get lost in the crowd.
Okay, let's go for it.
Okay, so you guys slam open the subway door and let's see, 1 second. Okay, yeah, you find yourself in a dark, slightly lit subway tunnel, and in either direction, it's just subway tunnel that kind of slowly curves away in the distance, and yeah. And you're like on kind of one of those, it's like a little platform on the side of the tunnel. There's stairs leading up to this platform, and there's just this doorway that you've slammed open from the inside. And this a rusty, it was locked, but not well enough, and it was rusty, and now it's open. And the locking mechanism and latch is now laying on the ground. But yeah, you can smell that urban smell of deep subway tunnel, and you can hear the screech of the train disappearing off to the right.
Mm-hmm.
So wait, we're in the
You're
the
in the
tunnel?
subway tunnel. You're in a subway tunnel where there's tracks. There's just tracks
And then you said there's a staircase, right?
you're like, you've opened this door into the subway tunnel, and it's just, the door opens onto one of those, it's like a little platform that's on the side of the tunnel, hugs the wall, and there's like steps that lead from the tracks to the platform that you're on.
Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna start going in whatever direction feels right as fast as possible.
Okay.
Are there alcoves in the wall or places where you can, if a train comes, not be squished, or is it like you're fucked, you're gonna get squished?
There's areas, there's like stretches where you'd be fucked, but between those there are a rush between areas that between from alcove to alcove, but it's like enough time that you would hear a train coming.
Okay.
Which you do. Yeah, after a few minutes you start to hear the distant squeal and the tunnel illuminating of it. There's alcoves, but there's also one of these alcoves has a metal stairway going up. You also see nearby, looks like a broken floor in one of the alcoves. The floor has been smashed away, the concrete, and there's like rebar, and looks like there's a level down below as well. And as well as hearing the train screeching, you hear the door back behind you slam open, and you hear voices.
Oh shit! Let's go up.
I'm gonna go up the stairs.
Okay.
Do they lead up outside?
They lead it's a metal staircase that leads to seems like a locked grating on a sidewalk. And yeah, one second.
Does anyone have shit that can break locks?
I have a
Yes.
lockpick. Did you hear
What
me?
a crowbar. Anybody got a crowbar?
All right, Jason is
there's-
gonna try to pick the lock.
I have safe cracking tools. Oh, I could crack open the door.
Why don't you do it? You're
Jason's
probably
The
better.
lockpick.
Crack that bitch open.
Okay. Yes.
We'll cover the rear.
Yeah, cover my rear,
Jason
please.
will cover the rear. He's got his gun.
I also have a gun, so I will also
We
do
all
that.
have guns. Cool. What do I roll for trying to crack this door open?
Okay, so you will roll your technical locksmith, which is 4 base and 4 skill. and
Okay.
with, I'd say, +2 gear.
1 success. That's insane. Why didn't I get more?
It's good enough.
Yeah.
Okay. As you're working on the lock, and the rest of you are standing guard outside that tunnel, and
Wait, is there still a train coming?
yes, there's still a train coming. The train actually, you can see like the train's lights illuminate the 6 figures that are coming down the tunnel in your direction. There may be like 40 meters down. Looks like 6 men, and they press themselves against, duck into some alcoves for the train to pass. And it looks like Solga gets the lock open by the time the train passes. So, actually, so those of you who are like keeping watch, are you hiding or?
Yes.
Okay. Give me a stealth roll.
Stealth.
Jason got no success.
Actually, get add a +2 because of the dark.
Oh, sorry.
1.
Okay.
1 success. I mean, we are like
Yes.
we are in an alcove as well, right?
Yes. Okay. So you manage to pop up the grating, and it's broad daylight. It's around 10 a.m. and you pop it open, and you're like near a construction site, actually, on a street. Like you're beneath some sort of skyscraper. It looks like a big apartment building, and they're trying to build another one. And you basically pop this grate open, kind of inside their construction fencing or perimeter, and there's a couple construction workers like just down the sidewalk. They would just have to turn to see you, but they haven't seen you. But yeah, there is a way you could duck out and squeeze out of their fence out onto the street.
We just gotta do it.
Was the gate that we just came through padlocked? Could we grab the chain and lock and then lock it from the outside behind us?
It was more of an internal lock.
Okay, never mind.
Gotta
Okay,
fucking
this is-
move.
Okay, this is gonna sound crazy, but I think we should go back
Why?
because we got to figure out what the hell is down there.
Let's not get chased by the people. Let's lose the people that are chasing us first, and then we'll think about it.
We're too hot right now.
So
Yeah,
also,
this could be any mob.
any thought about what you were trying to get is it actually comes back to you right now. It seems clearer. You were trying to steal, so you were trying to steal a pair of these eyesight glasses from the Korean mob, because apparently these glasses can be used by anybody, any individual, to perfectly read the micro expressions of any other person and perfectly identify them. Yeah. And like so here's a discrepancy in your memory suddenly. It's like this weird prototype experimental eyesight from Apple. Also, it was released early this year, and it's very popular, and people are wearing these things a lot. So that's a bit of a discrepancy in your memory right now.
Okay.
So yeah,
What's the name of this mob? Is it the Cosa Nostra?
this
Is
is
it-
the
Okay,
Korean
different folk. Got it.
But anyway, yeah. So we're running because we were made, so they won't be expecting an ambush.
We can't fucking kill people.
We can't have a shootout in the subway. There's people here and cameras and stuff.
I'll look
I
around.
say
Are
we-
there any cameras?
Don't see any cameras.
I mean, you can easily kill in this city and we'll be fine. However, I think we should go and regroup.
Yeah.
Agreed.
A couple thoughts about the city that you know. The city is very dangerous. Crime is rampant. There's there are vigilantes that roam the streets. Sometimes in certain neighborhoods there's gangs that roam the streets, and some neighborhoods are very unsafe, particularly at night. And some neighborhoods are okay. Obviously, follow the money. Also, your knowledge of what unsafe means in this city is like automatically connecting with what you're familiar with, like the Ravenlands. What this city's unsafe is, it'd be like a village, a Rust Church village, or the ruins of some haunted city. It's like you've seen unsafe before. So anyway, I'm clarifying narratively that this New York City is not Like as players, our New York City is pretty safe, pretty nice. This is not that.
This is 80s New York City.
There's homeless. There's drug abuse everywhere. Drug epidemics. There's violence. It's dangerous.
How much longer are we gonna play tonight? Because I gotta poop.
Yeah, we can end here.
I don't mind. I don't mind playing more, but if we're gonna play more, I need to go poop.
Yeah,
Maybe we just call it.
I get you, girl.
I think it's a good time to call it and let you guys like soak a little bit.
Study our characters.
I will bring up to consider for next time.
Yeah.
That this might not be real and it could be a trick. There's a lot of things this could be. And the fact that we're being chased away from a place we supposedly were might be a good indication that we should go back to that exact place. Just think about it.
Yeah. Also, I'm gonna let you guys decide what your characters look like.
Okay, that was one of
Okay.
the things I was going to add.
Like
One of the
clothes that you
caveats.
and
Oh yeah.
feel free to have it be influenced by. I think it would be influenced by what you had with you, at least.
Oh, yeah, I have a white leather coat on for sure.
Yeah, with zebra stripes.
The zebra. Oh, like what we had on when we were leaving.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be that way, but
Yeah, zebra stripe coat. Hell yeah. Zebra fur. I have a zebra fur, a authentic zebra fur coat on.
I think that Jason would be wearing a trench coat with a tactical vest under it,
Wow.
and a pork pie hat.
no tactical vests.
Because I did wear the.
Oh yeah,
The
okay,
character.
fair. Okay, okay.
Well, Alyssum got in that portal naked.
You're now naked.
Alice is.
Hell yeah.
You have clothes.
She's got something on, but I gotta think about it.
I got places to go, guys. And I do have a lot of connections in the city if we need anywhere to go. Case.
You all actually, I would say all of you, most of you have quite a few connections. Some of
Hell
your characters are sad, but you have stuff going on.
He's talking about my character.
Well, Helga and Alice you've been burdened with memories of lives that are dreary.
Lonely.
Okay.
I'm gonna make Alice's apartment in The Sims.
Oh shit! Yeah.
That's such a good idea, dude. Love this idea.